world today is so much more friendly to entrepreneurs than it was even 10 years ago.
People who are entrepreneurial, they see the world through a lens of opportunity.
I have the ability to create whatever I have my sights set on.
A little bit of, yeah, I can do anything.
I've always been a salesman.
We started and ran a couple different businesses together in college.
When I was 8 years old and my mother bought me a transistor radio, I knew the minute that I turned this radio on that I would be in radio.
It's you're the boss, and you're like, this is where we're going, let's go.
Great businesses and great ideas solve a problem.
I thought that the college guidebooks that were out were really poorly written and they weren't really honest. So I wrote a book proposal in a weekend saying like, oh, I'm gonna do my own series of college guidebooks and I'm gonna crowdsource it and I'm gonna get students to write it. And I sent it in the mail, and Penguin Books called me and they said, we got your book proposal and we want to turn this into a book now.
You got to get a panel of people together from a cross-section of experts who will give you real, honest feedback.
The most important thing in a business plan is the art of planning.
There's a business plan that you write to get funding, and there's a business plan you write to actually use.
You don't have to raise $20 million right off the bat.
You can raise money from your friends and family.
Every investor cares about a couple of things. One is, how much am I giving you? How much am I expecting to get back? And how long is that going to take?
It will take you less than a half hour to put up a Facebook page and create a Twitter. And through that, you can start spreading the word about what you're doing.
It's extremely important that companies build an identity and that they build a consistent message.
It's all about creating that open area where people can really share ideas and be very transparent and open in communication.
Most successful businesses, they have board meetings, right? No, we have basketball games.
If somebody wants to experiment with being an entrepreneur, be a waiter in a restaurant and own your own section. Your tips will always tell you how good of a job you're doing.
In college, you actually have an incredible resource at your disposal that sometimes you don't even think about, which is the alumni networks.
Entrepreneurship became somewhat of a way out opportunity for me.
The idea wasn't for me to go and work for somebody else to make it. It was always, how do I do this myself?
Based on how we were brought up to now, we are the most likely to become entrepreneurs. We're the most likely to be successful because we're technologically savvy. We understand the realities of the economy we've been given.
What you need to find to really love your career is something that you love, that overlaps with something that you're good at.
Become really crystal clear on what your vision is.
If you do something because you're truly passionate about it, the money will actually follow.
You gotta believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in you.
This is a unique time in your life. This is a time where the risks are incredibly low, especially if you're in school right now.
An elder that I grew up with, she knew I was starting a business, and her advice to me was, why are you doing this? You're a smart young man. Why don't you go get a good job? This is exactly what I did.